How We Got On will run at the Touhill Performing Arts Center from April 7th through the 10th. Here from the play is director Jacqueline Thompson and actor Robert White. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So How We Got On, what is it about?
Well, it's about three teenagers growing up in 1988 in the suburbs of a Midwest town. The playwright leaves it really...
could be St. Louis.
Could be St.
Okay.
Louis, you know. And they're trying to find their voice in the middle of the suburbs. They idolize who they see on Yo MTV Raps. They're trying to get on Yo MTV Raps. So people like Big Daddy Kane, MC Lyte, Run DMC, they're aspiring to be them, but can only talk about what they know and what they see in the suburbs.
Okay. And so who did you relate to the most? What character do you play?
I play Julian. He came from the city to the suburbs, kind of a...
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air type thing?
You know, he's more of the LL Cool J.
Oh, okay.
You know, he's the smooth.
Okay.
He's the smooth guy. So.
Big Vicious.
Big Vicious is, you know,
do you have to rap
persona.
in the play?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
So you can spit those bars?
All day. All day.
What should they expect? How are they going to feel when they leave?
That's a good question. I know I'm having fun as a director, just like the nostalgia of listening to the old school hip hop has been fun. It's not every day you get to like add a curtain call using Trap Call Quest to pay respect to Fife.
Yeah,
like, like I never get that kind of, opportunity, right? So I don't know what people will leave with. I think that if you were there in that time frame, you'll have that nostalgia. For younger people, I think it would be cool to see some of the technical things about hip hop. We talk about some of the ways that young producers like use the Akai MPC and all of that stuff. So
give me an example, like what?
The Akai MPC is a musical instrument that a lot of hip hop artists would use, where you can record a certain sound and play it at your will. So it's definitely something in the hip hop game, back in 1988.
So what artists back in the 80s? Maybe you can give me an example. Like, okay, I can recognize that.
Like a song?
Yeah, a song.
Oh, so anything that would be repetitive. Like most hip hop beats are repetitive, but if there's a certain sound or a few words that come up in a song that maybe a chorus, and it's like, man, I really like that. Can we play it like 3 more times so I can like really get into it again? Yeah, sure. Boom.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, there's a lot of parts of this play where even me myself, I was like, man, that's dope. That's really, it really just inspires you to like want to get into music and like see what they're doing. It's
what did you
really
learn
inspiring.
from the play and from the music? So many times when creative people do these things, they say, well, I was really molded by the character, or I was molded by the words. What is your experience?
As the director, I think I don't know if I learned anything, but the revelation for me was, again, finding your voice wherever you are. These are kids that, had some type of cultural isolation, being from the city and moving out to this new area, and so they can't relate to things they see on TV, but they can talk about the suburbs being like the grass being green and having a curfew. And it's
kind of like current day hip hop, like you know what I mean? I mean, it's
Right,
always I
right.
don't want to say Macklemore, but it's kind of like which is not a diss or shade, but it's kind of like that.
But again, finding your voice, like you have your own story, so talk about what you know and be authentic in it. So that's the thing that I take away, is like finding your voice and being true to that and letting that inspire your artistry.
So this is your first play.
Yes, ma'am.
How did that happen?
Destiny.
Right.
Yes. I saw a flyer or an email that stated hip hop artists and poets should apply or audition. So, and I was thinking, well, I have some artistic talent. I can write poetry, and I've been on stage doing hip hop before. So maybe they're just looking for somebody who has talent. So I decided to go to this. What I found out was an audition, and Jacqueline hands me a script and says, can you read this? And I immediately said, I've never done this before. Don't worry about it, you'll be fine. Apparently I blew them away, and here I am.
He's a natural.
I love that.
And honestly,
raw talent.
I would say this, and I probably shouldn't say this, but out of everybody, I've probably given him the least bit of direction and notes. And because I think a part of it is he's just going from instinct, and he's living in those moments. So I appreciate that as a director. Like he's done an amazing job.
It's fun. It really is.
It sounds fun.
It started to turn into something where it's maybe my future. I mean, this is really fun.
You never know. You never know, especially if you're a natural born talent. You never know. So we're going to get more into how we got on, talk about the dates, and who wrote the play. So we have more coming up. So stay with us right here on STL Live. We'll have more right after the break.